Hi, dear brothers and sisters. Another major sign of the Day of Judgment is coming to pass. The Jews have taken yet another step forward. Yes, friends, Israeli Jews have brought a red heifer to Aqsa Mosque. This shocking development has left many Muslims deeply alarmed. Could it truly be the case that we are on the brink of the world's destruction? Among the greatest signs of the Day of Judgment? This event is rumored to be one of the most significant. Reports circulating on social media are causing widespread concern. But are these claims true? Is this Red Heifer Sacrifice the foretold sign we have long feared? Why did the Israeli Jews feel compelled to carry out this ritual? What secret lies behind their insistence on sacrificing this heifer? Rest assured, we will uncover the details. However, remember this. The sacrifice of the red heifer is said to signal the arrival of the Antichrist, Dajjal. Without a doubt, the Antichrist's emergence will only occur when the end of days is extremely near. In an era when science and technology are advancing at an astonishing pace, we must consider how these developments might align with the foretold signs. Creative and transformative innovations that once seemed like pure imagination are now materializing before our eyes. It begs the question, how will these technological advancements serve to support the rise of the Antichrist? Indeed, the current era of rapid innovation and unprecedented connectivity sets the stage for phenomena that were once deemed impossible. Many Muslims are understandably alarmed at the sight of the red heifer. Some have even speculated that this Ramadan could be our last. Could it be true? Are Israeli Jews actually preparing to offer this sacrifice at Aqsa Mosque, or is it merely a fabricated tale? Adding to the anxiety is the fact that such prophecies have been discussed for generations, making the possibility of their fulfillment all the more ominous. As this narrative continues to unfold, the question remains, what, if anything, can be done to prepare ourselves for what lies ahead? Over the past 2 days, reports have circulated that the red heifer was brought to Jerusalem and housed in a specific building. Prominent rabbis from across various Israeli cities have been gathering in the area. Initially, their gathering was dismissed as just another routine meeting. However, Jerusalem, the contested region under Israeli control, has always been a flashpoint of conflict. Israel has declared Jerusalem its capital, vowing never to relinquish it to Palestine. The ongoing tension between Gaza and Jerusalem has fueled wars between Israel and Palestine for decades. This event, then, is not taking place in isolation. It is deeply intertwined with the geopolitical struggles and religious claims that have shaped the region for centuries. When the rabbis began congregating, the news quickly spread. As more people learned about the presence of the red heifer, a sense of dread grew. What exactly was the purpose of bringing the heifer to Aqsa Mosque? Slowly but surely, this development caught the attention of people in Palestine, Israel, and eventually the entire world. It was whispered that the sacrifice of the red heifer, mentioned in ancient prophecies, was about to take place. The growing uncertainty around the ritual's intentions has only heightened tensions, as observers attempt to decipher its true implications for both the present and the prophesied future. For centuries, these Israeli Jews have awaited a leader who would enable them to rule the entire world. They believe this commander will guide them to global domination, compelling every nation to bow before them. This long-anticipated leader is what we know as the Antichrist. According to their beliefs, the sacrifice of the red heifer is a critical step towards summoning this figure. The idea of such a figure has captivated imaginations and fueled speculation, not just in religious circles, but among those who study the intersection of belief, power, and human destiny. Traditions state that the red heifer must meet very specific criteria outlined in Jewish texts. It must be entirely red, without a single black hair, and of a particular age. Once selected, the ritual involves burning the live heifer completely, bones and all, reducing it to ashes. These ashes are then mixed with water and sprinkled throughout the area surrounding Aqsa Mosque and the Wailing Wall, which is a sacred site for Jews. This act is intended to purify the area, paving the way for the arrival of the Antichrist. The process is steeped in symbolism, and its details suggest a calculated effort to achieve spiritual and political goals that extend far beyond the immediate act itself. Some Islamic texts also mention these red heifers, though not in a positive light. The sacrifice of the heifer is viewed as a blasphemous, satanic act, one that Israeli rabbis carry out in hopes of summoning the Antichrist. While Islamic traditions warn of the Antichrist's extraordinary powers, Jewish ritualists believe they can hasten his appearance by performing these sacrifices. This divergence in interpretations underscores the complexity of understanding such rituals and the various cultural lenses through which they are viewed. It also reminds us that the significance of the red heifer is not only a religious matter, but also a reflection of broader questions about belief, influence, and the future of humanity. The Antichrist is said to possess abilities that mimic divine powers, using them to deceive people into believing he is a god. Many will be too terrified to resist and will submit to him. Some accounts claim the Antichrist will even kill people before their very eyes and then use his powers to bring them back to life, further swaying those whose faith is weak. As a result, many, including some Muslims, will become his followers, succumbing to his illusions. Such prophecies challenge us to examine the strength of our own faith and the ways in which we might protect ourselves from succumbing to fear and deception. The Antichrist represents the ultimate trial for Muslims, a test of faith that demands vigilance and steadfastness. How we respond to this challenge will reveal the strength of our beliefs. In today's world, the rapid advancement of artificial intelligence and technology poses a striking parallel to these prophecies. The ability to create lifelike illusions and transform ideas into reality is no longer a fantasy. As these technologies evolve, we must consider how they might be exploited by the Antichrist to deceive and manipulate humanity. The relationship between emerging technologies and ancient prophecies raises profound questions about the role of human innovation in shaping our spiritual and moral futures. As we watch the events at Aqsa Mosque unfold, images are being shared that show the red heifer tied near the sacred site. Prominent rabbis are present, and no one seems capable of stopping them. They claim that offering the sacrifice before Ramadan begins will hasten the Antichrist's appearance. Once he arrives, they believe they will rule the world under his command. This belief has created a powerful narrative that continues to capture attention and stir emotions, reminding us of the profound connection between spiritual beliefs and the political and social events unfolding in our time. The beginning of the greatest catastrophe in human history may be at hand. Some Muslims argue that the red heifer ritual is merely another of the many strange practices performed by different religions. Others, however, fear that it could indeed herald the arrival of the Antichrist. The fact that Islamic traditions also reference red heifers has amplified the sense of unease among Muslims. Whispers that the world is teetering on the edge of destruction have become commonplace. Such whispers serve as a stark reminder of the uncertainty and fragility of the times we live in, where spiritual interpretations and global events are intertwined. If the red heifer is sacrificed, what will happen next? Will we soon witness the prophesied calamities of the end times? Even before the Antichrist's emergence, the world is expected to face the terror of Gog and Magog, being so monstrous that they will prey not only on animals, but also on human blood. These creatures will ravage everything in their path, bringing unprecedented devastation. The crossroads at which humanity now stands may soon lead to a future beyond our darkest imaginations. Their presence, as described in various prophecies, serves as a dire warning about the trials that may precede the ultimate end. As Muslims, it is our obligation to seek forgiveness, strengthen our faith, and protect ourselves from the trials and tribulations that could weaken our beliefs. It is a critical moment for reflection and prayer. We must prepare ourselves for the tests ahead, holding firm to our faith in the face of overwhelming challenges. The need for spiritual resilience has never been more apparent, as we confront a world in which ancient prophecies seem to come alive alongside rapid technological advancements. According to some sources, the red heifer will be sacrificed this evening, its blood spilled, and its ashes mixed with water. This mixture will then be spread around the area to cleanse it and prepare for the Antichrist's arrival. This act, steeped in ancient prophecy and apocalyptic expectation, serves as a stark reminder of the trials yet to come. As the events unfold, we must remain vigilant, deeply reflecting on what this moment means for our faith and our future. The anxiety surrounding this ritual cannot be dismissed as mere superstition, for it touches upon centuries of religious expectation that span multiple faiths and cultures. People watching from around the globe wonder whether this act is another piece in a long and complicated puzzle, one that will ultimately lead to a clash of powerful spiritual forces. In an age when news travels instantly, these developments are scrutinized by millions, each viewer interpreting them through personal, religious, or political lenses that shape how they perceive the urgency and significance of the unfolding story. Some analysts suggest that the ceremony could be used as a catalyst to justify more assertive control over the site, potentially escalating tensions with Muslims who hold Al-Aqsa Mosque in profound reverence. Others see it as a strategic move, crafted to rally certain fringe groups that believe the end of days is near. Whatever the case, it is undeniable that the symbolism of the red heifer resonates deeply with those who have studied end times narratives and are keenly aware of the role this sacrifice is said to play in hastening the appearance of the Antichrist. Observers worry that the push to fulfill prophecies could prompt real-world consequences that neither side can easily contain or reverse. From potential clashes around the holy site to a surge in extremist rhetoric, the ramifications might extend far beyond the ritual's immediate religious context. This interweaving of faith, prophecy, and realpolitik illustrates how religious symbolism can ignite global reactions, particularly when it involves a location as revered and contested as Jerusalem. In moments like these, it is crucial for communities to remain informed and discerning, recognizing that fear can be a powerful tool, both in instigating conflict and in challenging faith. Conversations about the Red Heifer Sacrifice also open discussions on preparedness, calling people to ponder not only physical or political security, but also their spiritual readiness for whatever the future may hold. The stories and beliefs connected to this ritual remind us of the fragility of life and the possibility that long-standing prophecies might converge with modern events in unexpected ways. We stand at a juncture where ancient texts and cutting-edge technologies coexist, fostering a sense that extraordinary changes are imminent. For some, these changes signify potential liberation or divine intervention. For others, they herald darkness and chaos. Through it all, the responsibility rests upon each individual to fortify their faith, seek knowledge, and engage in consistent prayer, ensuring that they are not easily swayed by illusions, be they technological marvels or grandiose promises.